Second down and 10. That's Bilal, who is a tight end and a rookie from Princeton who makes his first NFL reception right there. Gain of 4.
Well, you look at the first half possessions, I think real positive for the Browns, Kevin, is that they were able to avoid the negative plays, the penalties, the sacks, the turnovers. You know, they're not good enough right now to be able to overcome the mistakes, and you have to play smart to have a chance to win against a good opponent, a good defense, and they're able to do that in the first half offensively. We've seen a bunch of Pryor sneaking down at the line of scrimmage early and then bailing.
3rd and a long 5. Barnage a block. They go outside. It's caught right here by Ricardo Lewis. And he's into the secondary and brought down by Marcus Gilchrist. It is a gain of 25. He'll take it to the Jet 45. Missed tackle there by Burris.
Well, they're so young at the wide receiver position, but in talking to Hugh Jackson on Friday, he is excited about Higgins, about Lewis, about some of the young receivers. They're going to get Corey Coleman back at some point. Injured in week 2 with a hand injury. He's getting close, but they have young players at that position that have a big upside.
Crowell, 1st and 10. Into the secondary. Brought down by Gilchrist. Head over heels to the 34. Pickup of 11. 1st down to James in New York.
Raiders getting their road legs together.
Yeah, I tell you what, Derek Carr is going to drop back. He's going to find Amari Cooper, who makes the play, 34 yards for the touchdown, as Oakland takes the lead 17-10 in Tampa.
I don't count them out. Back to Kevin and Rich.
1st down and 10. They go outside.
That might be
I was just going to say it was in back.
They should take a look at that. That was a backwards pass.
Exactly.
On the field, is it was a backwards pass. The ball will be spotted where it went out of bounds.
Loss of 4. Loss of 4 on the play.
Now you're going to see the receiver come out of the way. Watch where this ball goes. It actually goes beyond the shoulder, the upfield shoulder of Andrew Hawkins, and Josh McCown knew it right away.
So the Jets begin the second half with a touchdown pass at 24 to Enunwa. Browns are marching the other way. 2nd and 14. Good time. Going deep and incomplete to the tight end, Randall Telford. A lot of coverage at the other end of the field, and namely from Roberts in the secondary for the Jets and Williams.
McCown smartly threw that one away, trying to run the 4 vertical routes. Knew didn't have a good look at it, so he just pushed that one out of bounds.
They're going to get some yards getting field goal range here, Rich, on this drive.
And that's what you got to be thinking if you're Josh McCown on 3rd and long. Check down here, if you need to pick up 6-8 yards, it gives your field goal kicker an opportunity.
3rd and 14 through the hands of Lewis, who has been battling drops, coverage by Stanford. That's the one thing the rookie from Auburn, a 4th-round pick, Ricardo Lewis, has been in his way. The drop passes, and one right there.
Well, the wide receiver position, we've been talking about the inexperience. It's a position that the Browns desperately wanted to upgrade in the offseason. They used their 1st-round pick on Coleman. And they drafted 3 more receivers later in the draft. But the uncertainty in terms of the quarterback, Kevin, just anticipating what they'll do, always a concern.
Cole quit the punt. All about placement. Marshall, they're caught, 16-yard line. 22-yard punt. Jets will get it again. They're within striking range now, 2014.
I will follow you. Ever since you touched my hand, I knew. I love you, I love you, I love you. Where you go, I'll follow, I'll follow, I'll follow. You'll always be my true love, my true love, my true love.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see, and darling, darling, stand by me, oh, stand by me, oh, stand by me, stand by me.
There's a new taco hero in town. In Game 1 of the World Series, Francisco Lindor stole a base for Cleveland and free tacos for America. Run into any participating Taco Bell to score your free Doritos Locos Taco Wednesday, November 2nd from 2 to 6 p.m. Only at Taco Bell.
From Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson.
That's our objective. Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge is a powerful true story of heroism. It's the best war film since Saving Private Ryan. Hacksaw Ridge, rated R, starts Friday.
NCIS LA takes on a case that becomes the fight against all odds.
This girl's in danger.
We gotta find her fast. New NCIS Los Angeles, then.
It's just a little pregame interview about football and diplomacy.
James Brown guest stars.
Go Browns!
New Madam Secretary after NCIS Los Angeles tonight.
These beautiful scenics with their aerial coverage today provided by DirecTV. On the shores of Lake Erie. Rain earlier. Cool temperatures, low 50s. Here's a 1st and 10. After the Cleveland punt.
Reload. Mike's 5'8". Adam. White 80.
Forte 1st and 10. Ogba devours them. Back at the 14, loss of 2. The former Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year and a rookie for the Browns.
Well, you got to get a better effort out of your right tackle. He's just going to get beat right across his face. Ijalana. Ogba's showing some good quickness off the snap.
Ijalana is back at that right tackle. Giacomini's got a finger injury, we're told. He could return. 2nd and 12. Johnson the snap, angled out today because of the ankle and a fluttering pass incomplete. Looking for Marshall, coverage by Howard, 3rd and 12. Ogba came up the middle. A lot of pressure on that quarterback again.
Having a difficult time blocking the rookie, Ogba. You have to get some help on him. With 3rd down has been a problem for the Jets. The 6th time today that they have faced a 3rd and 10 or longer against this Cleveland defense.
They need the 26. Powell out of the backfield, and it may have been scooped in by Anderson with the coverage by Taylor. They call it a catch at the 30. He picks up 16 on 3rd and 12 and a Jet 1st down.
You know, Ryan Fitzpatrick told us there are a couple throws that he could make in his sleep, and this is one of them. He's always thrown the in cuts really well. I think he trusts, he feels comfortable. He's got good vision. Doesn't seem to throw the deep out-breaking routes as well. I don't know if he trusts his arm strength, but those in cuts are throws that he really feels comfortable making in Chan Gailey's offense.
With a 1st and 10. Going deep, he's got Enunwa. What a catch! And there he goes. Beating Jamar Taylor. Takes it inside the 15 of the Browns. What a play. A great strike. A catch and run of 57. And it's 1st and 10 for the Jets.
Well, the inexperience at the safety position is a problem right now for this Cleveland defense. And this is just too easy for Ryan Fitzpatrick. Play action. Look at the draw you get from the safeties. No one in the middle of the field. I mean, this is amazing. And that's why the Browns have continued to give up big plays this year. You put your corners on an island with no help inside from the safety.
1st and 10. And they're going here for the wide receiver. Coverage by Hayden. Marshall could not have gotten to the ball. High and incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Boy, what a tough couple of weeks for Joe Hayden. We talked about how difficult it's been for him to stay on the field the last couple of years. Was injured in training camp last year. Ended up playing in only 5 games because he had a thumb and a couple concussions. In March, he had ankle surgery, and now he's dealing with a groin injury. Last Tuesday, he was in Philadelphia. He had 2 injections in his right groin and 1 in his left. He's out there right now trying to cover Brandon Marshall. That's not an easy assignment.
2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick incomplete for Enunwa, and the coverage by Tramon Williams. He used to play in Green Bay, was a Pro Bowler there, comes here as a free agent. Fitzpatrick has thrown the most red zone interceptions of any quarterback this season so far in the NFL.
One of the problems that they've had, Kevin, is third down in the red zone. You look at those numbers there, 1 of 12. You talk about 4-point plays. You can convert here. Now you give your team and your offense a chance to go for 7 instead of 3s. This is an area where they really have struggled.
Powell is in 3rd and 10. Enunwa the block, and across it goes. Caught by Anderson, looking for a block from Powell, and he's inside the 5. Williams got a hit on him. Howard got a hit on him. And it's a catch and run of 9 to the 4 of the Browns.
They are really excited about this rookie, Robbie Anderson. Fitzpatrick told us last night he has to do more. We lost Eric Decker. Someone other than Brandon Marshall has to step up in the passing game, and so far it's been Enunwa and Robbie Anderson.
4th down.
Number 72 as reported as eligible. 72.
That is Brandon Shell has come in. Timeout taken by Todd Bowles. It's 4th down.
New York.
Less than a yard to go. You're down 20-14. And you're moving the ball well for a second time in the second half.
Well, I think when you're 2-5, Kevin, it's a lot easier to make these decisions if you're Todd Bowles. You have to send a message to your football team that we are not going to feel pressure in these situations. We are going to be the team applying the pressure. Well, that spot is very close. It looked like he got it.
I think that was not a good spot for the Jets, obviously.
You wonder why he didn't challenge it. Wound up using the timeout.
Looked like they got the first down.
Wound up using the timeout instead.
Now 4th and 1. Bostic is in the backfield with Forte, who gets the call. He'll slice his way in for the touchdown. 4-yard touchdown run. And that ties the game with the extra point coming up.
More gutsy call by Todd Bowles. Watch him pull the right guard winners. You're going to see Matt Forte. He just follows his big guard right downhill. He's able to bounce it from the A gap to the B gap between the guard and tackle.
Dakota Dozier was on that side too, who's been active for some of this season. He offered a block. And 2 second-half Jet possessions, 2 second-half Jet touchdowns. The extra point for the lead for the first time today. Matt Forte with a 4-yard touchdown run and a good-looking drive engineered by Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Jets have come back, leading by a point.
These pizzas are the same, but depending on the day of the week, they aren't the same price. That's not right, so we're fixing it. Now you can carry out large 3-topping Domino's pizzas for $7.99 every day of the week.
This is the house of the passionate. This is the house of the brave. And this is the house of their beer. Casa Modelo, home of the clean, crisp taste of Especial and the rich, smooth flavor of Negra. Quality beers since 1925.
They say a lot of things about rain. Like how hard it's gonna fall. The things it does to your parade. We've got a saying about rain too. When it rains, it roars. The all-wheel drive lineup from Dodge. Domestic, not domesticated.
Now get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $6,400 in savings on select 2016 Journey Crossroad models in dealer stock.
Now that FedEx has helped us simplify our e-commerce, we can focus on bigger issues, like our passive-aggressive environment.
We're not passive-aggressive.
Hey. There are no bad suggestions here, no matter how lame they are.
Well said, Anne. I've always admired how you just say what's in your head, without thinking. Very brave.
Good point, Ted. You're living proof that looks aren't everything.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So, FedEx helps simplify our e-commerce business, and this is not a passive-aggressive environment.
I just want to say you guys are doing a great job. What's that supposed to mean?
FedEx, helping small business simplify e-commerce. Criminal Minds, new episode, CBS Wednesday, 9/8 Central.
movie NFL on CBS is sponsored by FedEx, helping small businesses simplify e-commerce. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
John Glenn Museum. He's a Buckeye. Good-looking scoring drive again. 2 in a row by the New York Jets, who trailed at the half 20-7. Now they lead by 1. They'll leave it in the end zone. Will they? No, they're going to bring it out. Look at Lewis, Ricardo Lewis.
It was a bad decision.
It was a hesitation, and then the gang tackle. He was hit on the play by Josh Martin and Nick Marshall. 22-yard return. 2:05 in the third.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face.
Oh, why the Phelps face? Old computer slowing you down? Is it a real drag? You know.
I know. New computers are super fast.
And yet here you are with a new world record for the slowest computer.
You know about it. Now do something about it. Upgrade to a new PC powered by Intel.
What is he doing?
I have no clue.
Introducing the all-new KFC $10 chicken share with 9 chicken tenders, or 6 pieces of chicken, or 12 hot wings, or popcorn nuggets. Now get out there and have fun. Woo, let's go! It's finger licking good.
Every journey starts somewhere. Have the power to finish it so you can hit the ground running. Keep it from hitting back and cover a whole lot more of it. Ram, America's longest lasting pickups.
Get 20% off MSRP cash allowance for an average of $10,314 in savings on select Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab models in dealer stock.
I'm concerned about Amy. She's acting odd lately. Just out of curiosity, what registers as odd to you?
A new Big Bang on its new night. Then, want some more laughs?
Who could say no to that?
The Great Indoors is the new comedy that stars...
Oh, me! Over here!
New Great Indoors after a new Big Bang, CBS Thursday.
I'd like to remind you, Week 8 continues later today on Fox. Then tonight with Sunday Night Football on NBC. And then tune in tomorrow for Monday Night Football on ESPN and Westwood One Radio. Kurt Warner and I will be at Soldier Field, Vikings and Bears. 1st and 10. Fake to Crowell, who offers the block for McCown. And it's incomplete. And was it picked up by Gilchrist on the ricochet? They say it was down. Hit the ground. They were going for Andrew Hawkins. Incomplete. But just that close.
This is the challenge when you're throwing to a 5'7" wide receiver. It's just a little bit high, and fortunate here that this wasn't picked off. Marcus Gilchrist was in position. The ball clearly, though, hits the ground. It's always a challenge, Kevin. You got a guy that's 5'7". That's tough. With these bigger corners and the long arms.
2nd down and 10. This is Crowell weaving his way to the 22-yard line. Fought down by Williams and picks up 2 on the play.
You learn it's a big man's game, especially inside. You know, you start putting Hawkins in there at 5'7". He's not really going to help you dig out safeties and corners in the running game. And it's tougher on a quarterback like Josh McCown to throw those deep crossing routes. Talked to one general manager. They don't draft any receiver unless he's at least 6 foot tall.
I get it. Into the nickel, 3rd and 7. Barnage is in off the bench. Going deep. Oh, he's got separation. Pryor pushed off on Revis. There is no flag. Although Revis thinks he was shoved, and it looked like from up here he was. It's 4th down. Punting unit is on the field for the Browns.
Well, a little double move, and Revis gets beat. Look at the patience by Terrelle Pryor, and he just can't get this one. Josh McCown overthrows it. Wow, that could have been a huge, huge play for the Browns. Josh McCown knows that he had him.
It's Colquitt to punt. Phelan Marshall is back. Keeping it outside the numbers. And then got the bounce. Let's see how much yards they give him. The 19-yard line. Nice punt by Colquitt. 59 yards. Well placed. The Jets have scored 14 unanswered points.
Yeah, after a tough first half, they come out in the second half. They've looked really sharp. Fitzpatrick throwing the ball to Quincy Enunwa, getting Brandon Marshall back involved. A couple explosive plays down the field. The protection has been better. And of course, they're able to finish off with a big run from Matt Forte, but they look like a much different team. I'm curious. You're always curious what the coach said at the half. You wonder if players stood up and said something. This is a team that's fighting to keep their postseason hopes alive.
Fitzpatrick first and 10. And almost hauled in by Marshall with coverage deep in the secondary by Campbell. One of the keys on that last drive, Rich, was a Fitzpatrick to Anderson 16-yard completion on 3rd and 12. The Browns defense came in today as one of the best in pro football in defending 3rd and 10 or more. But today, the Jet offense has converted 3 3rd and 10 or more plays to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, Enunwa, Brandon Marshall, these are bigger receivers, Kevin. And if you don't win at the line of scrimmage, it's very difficult on these corners.
3rd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Excuse me. Here comes Forte. Kirksey gets him. With also some help from Jamie Meter. There's a gain of 6 on the play. And Tremont Williams. And a player is down for Cleveland. The 25. Howard. Tracy Howard, the rookie free agent from Miami, who made his first start in the NFL last week for the injured Jordan Poyer.
You just look at the Browns really on both sides of the ball. They're a very young team as they try to rebuild this roster. They had 14 selections in last April's draft. It's the most among all teams, and 12 of those picks are on Cleveland's active roster. And that's a lot of young players, and as you know, with young players, there are going to be mistakes. It's a big reason why I think they've gotten off to a slow start. That and the struggles and the injuries and the inconsistent play that they've had at the quarterback position.
Just 5 defensive backs now, 3rd and 4. Powell's out of the backfield. And they go for the back shoulder throw. It's caught by Marshall. His coverage, Joe Hayden. The completion to the 36 of the Jets, a pickup of 11. And that is a 1st down.
Pretty good coverage, but this is the most difficult pass to defend if you're a corner. This back shoulder throw, particularly to a taller receiver like Brandon Marshall, who's 6'4".
They'll let the clock wind down here, Rich. What a beginning to the second half for the Jets. 2 possessions, 2 scores. They're in the midst of their 3rd second half possession right now.
Well, they got their quarterback back on track. They've got the ball to Brandon Marshall and Quincy Enunwa, and that's really been the difference so far in the second half.
Back after this, you're watching the NFL on CBS.
He's got a lot of room. Untouched. Touchdown. How about that?
Watch Code Black. New CBS Wednesday, 10/9 Central.
This is the new 2017 Chevy Cruze. I'm only going to show you half of it. What do you think?
I think it looks very sleek.
The lights remind me of Audi lights.
And it starts at $22,190.
Nice.
But there's another side to this car.
Oh, wow.
This is the first ever Chevy Cruze hatch.
Well, that's impressive.
Wow.
So check it out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do like it a lot.
Now that you know it's a hatchback, what does it make you think of?
A young professional / weekend warrior. The whole business in the front, party in the back sort of thing.
What? Is he gone? Finally! I thought he'd never leave.
Why are you texting my man at 2 a.m.?
If you want someone to leave you alone, you pretend like you're sleeping. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Taking selfies in the kitchen does not make you a model. Okay.
I did not email any classified material
Really? The FBI said that there were 110 classified emails that were exchanged. Hillary lied. And another lie.
I respect the Second Amendment.
But behind closed doors, Hillary told liberal elites.
The Supreme Court is wrong on the Second Amendment.
Hillary will lie about anything to get elected. The NRA Institute for Legislative Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Back in Cleveland, we're going to start the fourth quarter with the Jets with the ball, leading by 1. They trailed at one time 20-7. That was a halftime score. 1st and 10 from their 36. Bubbled and dropped. Enunwa. And the coverage in the play by Tramon Williams. Incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Well, they were honoring some of the Cleveland past today, and there's Marty Schottenheimer from the 1986 Cleveland Browns.
And Kevin, I was so fortunate to have the opportunity to play for Marty in Kansas City. I think he's one of the greatest NFL coaches of all time. He won over 200 games. You look at his record. Had some struggles in the postseason, no question about that. But he was a guy that could go in and turn around the fortunes of a franchise. He did it in Cleveland. He did it with the Redskins. He did it in Kansas City, San Diego. Everywhere Marty went, he seemed to have success.
2nd down and 10. Shifty moves here by Powell. Head down, brought down by Kirksey. He's out to the 45, Rich, and he picks up 9. Some of the news regarding Marty Schottenheimer being here was the fact that he is, in the words of his wife, Pat, in the early stages of Alzheimer's. He was a 3rd and 1 quarterback keeper by Fitzpatrick, who takes it to the 46.
But you know that won't slow Marty down.
No,
Kevin's still out on the golf course a couple times a week. He's still very active, loves football. Just of all the coaches that I played for, and I think I played for 6 or 7 of them in my 17 years, Marty was a coach that you felt like every week you had a chance because you were so prepared. And he was so passionate about the game. And his pregame pep talks during the week in the locker room were the best I was ever a part of. I remember him when we were in Kansas City. We'd get ready to play the Raiders. I mean, you wanted to go beat the Raiders on Wednesday or Thursday.
Right.
And, he could coach any segment of the football team. He could coach offense. He could coach defense. He could coach the special teams. He was an outstanding football coach for so long in our league, and we were blessed and fortunate enough to have him.
Left Cleveland and went to Kansas City. That is a 1st down by the New York Jets. There's Todd Bowles in his 2nd season. They go 10 wins last year. They just missed the playoffs. There was a lot of hope, a lot of promise coming into the season for this team and their $12 million quarterback on a 1-year deal, and Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And that's been their Achilles heel right now, has been the turnovers and the inconsistent play at this position. So far, so good for Ryan Fitzpatrick in this one, though.
Forte, 1st and 10. With a drive and a tackle made by Jamie Meter. He picks up 6. He's down into Cleveland's 48-yard line.
Well, we know Ryan Fitzpatrick's a smart guy, having graduated from Harvard. But I think the big thing with him, Kevin, is just staying in the moment. Not trying to do too much. I talked to Jan Gailey last night, and he told me that last week he was a different player. He wasn't trying to win the game. He was just trying to go out there, play within the system, make good decisions. And that's what he has to continue to do. He gets himself in trouble when he tries to do too much.
Right now he's got a 2nd down and 4. Fires one out to Anderson. He is smothered by Taylor. He gets 7. He gets a 1st down to the 42 of Cleveland on that 2nd down and 4. Upcoming the 9th play of the drive.
Look at the catch there. Look at the concentration. He's got Jamar Taylor hanging all over him. And somehow the rookie's able to squeeze it and make that catch.
Momentum has swung. 3rd consecutive long drive for the Jets, too.
Got to find a way to get around Ryan Fitzpatrick a little bit right now. He's got too much time back there in the pocket.
Long in terms of time, 3.5 minutes. 1st and 10. There was a block by Enunwa, and there goes Powell. There he gets a block downfield from Peak. And he takes it into the grasp of The defense at the 22-yard line. Derek Kindred brings him down. 19-yard burst to the 22 of Cleveland. First down.
You want to see the best blocking receiver in the game? Check out Quincy Enunwa. This guy loves it. He loves to go in there and dig out linebackers and safeties. He's at 235 pounds. We see what he can do as a receiver, but he's a willing participant to go in there and get his nose dirty in the running. And look at the size of those biceps. It's like a tight end playing wide receiver. Love it.
Forte, 1st and 10. Always breaking tackles again, and finally grabbed by Holmes and by Howard. It is a gain of 5, and he's down to the 17.
Tracy Howard has missed too many tackles already this season, Kevin, and you just study the tape. That's something that really jumped out to me. And talking to Ray Horton, you know, he said that the big issue has been the poor entry angles. They're averaging just under 10 missed tackles a game. That's a lot.
That's a heck of a lot. Second down and 5. A little sidearm throw there, get around Nassib, and here comes Forte. He makes a juke, and he's down to the 1. 15-yard play. How about the sidearm delivery of Fitzpatrick? It's 1st and goal for the Jets.
You talk about the importance of being able to change and throw from awkward body positions. How about that? Nassib is knocked down a couple balls, so what does he do? He goes low and around the 6'7" defensive end. That's impressive from Ryan Fitzpatrick. The ability to change your launch point, and also the ability to be able to throw from different body angles.
1st and goal. Forte winners a block. Down to the 1. Hit by Paya. Stephen Paya on the defensive line.
You play quarterback, it's not always going to be perfect. Sometimes they don't block them. And when they do, you have to find a way to make a play. And that's just what Ryan Fitzpatrick was able to do in that situation. You know, Kevin, you think about how he started the game. He almost got knocked out of the game. And the thing I love about and respect about Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's got toughness, he's got moxie. Here's a guy that will compete. You love that at the quarterback position.
2nd and goal at the 2. Extra blocker in there, Dozier. There was a block by Carpenter. It's a touchdown run by Matt Forte. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the New York Jets have scored 20 unanswered on the Cleveland Browns.
Well, Forte has really run the ball well inside.
Carpenter just opened up a big hole there at that left guard position.
He didn't even block the safety. No problem for a back like Matt Forte. He just winds it back around. He's able to find a crease on the right side of that Jets offensive line.
2nd consecutive touchdown run by Matt Forte. 3rd consecutive Jets score since halftime. And 21 unanswered points by the New York Jets, who trailed 20-7 at halftime. Forte on the ground. And this time, bulldozing in for 6.
The new Pixel, phone by Google, only on Verizon.
Okay, Google, show me Korean restaurants in Boulder.
I found a few places. The only network that can power the first phone with the new Google Assistant, unlimited photo storage, and a stunning VR experience.
How is this possible?
So buy a Pixel only on Verizon and get up to $300 back. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for just $160 with no surprise overages. All on America's best network.
At Lexus, what we learn on the track doesn't stay on the track. It just finds more street legal form. Experience the power and precision of the Lexus F-Sport Performance line. Get up to $5,000 customer cash on select 2016 models. See your Lexus dealer.
Some mountains you climb. Others you knock down. Coors Light. Whatever your mountain, climb on.
I played more than 200 consecutive games to earn this. You know how many games this kid played in to earn his? 0. His mom went to NFLshop.com to get it for him. 0. The best place to get authentic NFL gear? NFLshop.com.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Long drives, touchdowns, the result, trailing 20-7 at halftime. The Jets have scored 21 unanswered and lead it by 8.
It's like two different teams here in the second half.
I agree. Trying to notch their second consecutive win after the win last week over Baltimore. Stopped a 4-game losing streak. They'll lead that in the end zone. Out to the 25-yard line. George Atkinson with the catch. A lot on the plate now for Josh McCown.
This $6.99 any deal is too good to be true. 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any recipe, no questions asked. Well, I got some questions. Does that include meat lovers?
Yeah.
Are you a hologram?
What?
The $6.99 any deal, is it proof that no one out pizzas the hut?
Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Is this my car?
This is ridiculous!
This is ridiculous. Ah!
From car insurance to car loans, State Farm is here to help life go right.
What powers the digital world? Communication, like CenturyLink's broadband network that gives 35,000 fans a cutting-edge game experience. Or the network that keeps a leading hotel chain's guests connected at work and at play. Or the IT platform that powers millions of e-cards every day for one of the largest greeting card companies. Businesses count on communication, and communication counts on CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link to what's next.
Everyone say that I am too young to do my own thing, but I know they're wrong. You see, Mama not worried, and Papa never did. I'm just a little bitty girl, like a whole lot of kids, doing my own thing. Check me out.
Find your perfect car, or the perfect car for her. Auto Trader, the only car search engine driven by you.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Auto Trader. Find your perfect new, used, or certified car on Auto Trader. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. And by Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
That's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. There it is from our direct TV blimp. Great shot over Lake Erie coming up. Subway postgame show, JB and Company, scores, news, highlights. All coming up in the Subway postgame show from New York. Cleveland is only one score down. With all this Jet talk, they're down by only 8. Here's the run by Crowell. Drilled on the play by a couple, including the linebacker. Stanford, a gain of 5. He's up to the 29 of the Browns.
The Browns just haven't had a lot of opportunities in the second half. Just 10 snaps, just a little over 4 minutes of possession. The Jets have dominated the second half, 33 plays and over 16 minutes of possession time. Browns got to put together a drive here, give their defense a chance to rest up some.
2nd down and 5. Looking long. Revis almost had it, and it was picked off on the play by Gilchrist. They were both back there watching Pryor. It's a turnover, and Gilchrist takes it the other way. His 2nd interception of the season. Had an interception last week against Baltimore, Gilchrist did. Returned to 24 yards. He returns that 34 yards. His 2nd pick in as many games for the Jets.
Watch Pryor. He's going to stop, Kevin. He actually slows down, doesn't think he's going to get the ball, then realizes it's coming. We talked about the indecision with the inexperienced wide receivers. If you're Josh McCown, the only thing I can say to you is don't let his mistake become your mistake. Late down the middle, never a good thing, but Pryor can't stop in the middle of the route.
They're going to review the play as they do all turnovers. 8:55 to play in the 4th. It's the Jets by 8.
Jumping off a cliff is more of kind of an intense experience. Having debt is more quietly terrifying. When you're going through med school, you're so concentrated on learning the things you need to be a good doctor. Try not to think about this massive debt that you're accruing. Before I refinanced through SoFi, I was paying half my paycheck every month towards student loans. I saved about $30,000 or $40,000 by refinancing with SoFi. It's easier for me to relax now. There's a really freeing feeling.
Ready, down, put.
Play Tecmo metal version.
Hi, how can I help?
I go work in the morning, don't get off in the night.
Monday, looking to avoid
Trick or treat!
How about this?
Hello, we ain't home.
Catch an all-new Kevin Can Wait.
They might know we're here.
Then Matt LeBlanc's new comedy So Good, It's Scary.
Spiderweb. Oh, spider, Don, get it.
A new man with a plan after a new Kevin Can Wait, Monday.
Pete Morelli has taken a look at the play.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down by contact at the 24-yard line. Please set the game clock to 9:03.
So Marcus Gilchrist, who was a second-round pick by San Diego 6 years ago, comes up with his second interception in as many weeks for the New York Jets. The foot of Pryor got him as he was falling.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that left foot of Pryor. He's going to get tangled up with the safety, Marcus Gilchrist, and that's just enough to get the safety on the ground.
It's a 1st and 10 handoff. Forte trying to find some space. Demario Davis is there. It is a gain of a yard. He's up to the 24-yard line. You take a look at the time of possession on the play. I want to go back, if I can, real quickly to Pryor, who caught 6 passes in the first half for Cleveland for 101 yards, building a 20-7 lead. They have not thrown to him, but that last time in the second half, he's not made a reception in the second half.
He talked about halftime adjustments. Kevin, they've done some different things. They've rolled more coverage his way. Revis has changed it up a little bit. He's played some press bail. He's played up. He's really given him some different looks here in the second half.
Powell in, 2nd and 10. And across the middle here comes Marshall. Room to roam and out of bounds into Cleveland territory. Beats Hayden. Covered by Kindred. Spot the ball at the 45 of the Browns. A catch and run of 31 for Brandon Marshall.
Kevin, I mentioned it earlier. Fitzpatrick really loves to throw these in-breaking routes. And Brandon Marshall, Quincy Enunwa, you've got big receivers that are comfortable working in the middle of the field. This is a route he has always thrown well. Great anticipation. He puts it in front of the receiver and allows Marshall to get into the transition of the run.
Tight end Kellen Davis is out. They are looking at an injury he sustained. Enunwa just hobbled off the field. 1st and 10. There at the point of attack by Winters. It was a handoff to Forte, and he was losing a yard back to the 46, and hit by Xavier Cooper on the defensive line for the Cleveland Browns.
Look at Forte, 30 carries last week, 22 this week. I think it just pays dividends when you're able to lean on the running game a little bit. Take some air out of the ball. You've got some really talented backs. Allow Powell 5 carries for 68 yards. Running game has been very good for the Jets the last 2 weeks.
Zed Forte was 75 yards on the ground. 2nd down, 11. Fitzpatrick lasers one over there. Incomplete, looking for Marshall with the coverage by the 2-time Pro Bowler Joe Hayden. 3rd and 11.
You cannot make this throw, Kevin, at this point in the game. You're up 28-20. Look at Joe Hayden. He's going to trail, and he gets underneath, and he's in a position to make this interception. That is a dangerous throw at this point in the game. Just throw the ball away. second down. This is where he's got himself in trouble, when he gets greedy, when he tries to fit one in there to Brandon Marshall. It's a bad decision with an 8-point lead.
Jets are taking a timeout. They've scored 21 unanswered points after trailing at halftime 20-7. Tonight, what does marijuana have to do with this coming election? A lot. It may become legal in many more states. Plus, an American who led an ISIS cell on 60 Minutes tonight. So, Rich, we come into this game with Cleveland 0-7. They jump out to a 20-7 halftime lead. Something happened at halftime for the Jets because they have looked like a completely different team, as you said earlier, in the second half.
I think they got a stern talking to. What do you think? I mean, your season's on the, you're 2-5. You're coming off of a win last week. They're trying to become just the third team in the Super Bowl era to make it to the playoffs after starting 1-5. The 1970 Cincinnati Bengals, the 2015 Kansas City Chiefs. But you've got to be able to go on the road and win in Cleveland in week 8 to get it done.
3rd and 11.
Oh, whoop. Second time today.
Clady.
A little antsy.
False start, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
It's still long any way you look at it.
Those tackles, they get antsy, Kevin, when they have to sit in there for a while. They're waiting on the snap count. It's too good of a player, been around too long to make that mistake.
The Jets have scored today on a Powell 35-yard touchdown run. Touchdown pass at 24 to Enunwa. Forte has had 2 consecutive touchdown runs, a 4 and 2.
Would be a bad place to run the football.
Powell's back there, 3rd and 16.
I'd run it in this situation. I'm not going to give Fitzpatrick an opportunity to throw a pick.
You called it. Carpenter the block. There goes Powell off to the races. He's got the first down. Kindred was the one to bring him down. Flag.
Holding. Number 77 offense, 10-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That's Carpenter wiping out a 17-yard run.
Kevin, that's the same play they scored on in the first half.
Yep.
When you look at Carpenter.
It's going to be a spot foul.
This is a good-looking run. He just got to keep his hands in. He grabs Christian Kirksey.
That stretch jersey is always a giveaway. It's 3rd and 18 now.
I'll run it again. Run the same play. You get the same look. You're getting the same shell from the secondary. I'll run the same play. He's in the position to run the same play right here.
Forte, 3rd and 18. Just by midfield, Agua brings him down. Agba, a rookie, has had a nice game today.
Good play callers aren't afraid to make the same call. Come back to the same call.
Would that be Chan Gaelic?
Be Rich Gannon.
Be Rich Gannon.
Broadcast booth. I've always wanted to be a play caller, Kevin. You know that about me.
I do know that. You've been offered a chance to be a play caller.
But I think it was the right call in that situation. We just saw Fitz try and force one into Brandon Marshall. You've got an 8-point lead. Your defense is playing well. You got to play smart football. Punting is not the end of the world.
They need Edwards to get a good punt right here. Kind of a mixed day for him. High, hanging. Duke Johnson is back, and if they save it, they do. What a play. Grabbed by Justin Burris. A well-placed 48-yard punt, the best of the day by Lachlan Edwards. 38-yard punt. A beauty. And the Browns marooned at their 1.
Studies show the average attention span is 8 seconds.
And only your love could fill in my cup, 'cause I'm hollow. Yeah, I'm hollow. Oh, 'cause I'm hollow.
Good thing the redesigned Kia Forte comes with available autonomous emergency braking. It can help you stop, even if your mind starts wandering.
We got a job, Willie.
I'm in.
You didn't tell me I'd have to get in the suit again.
Oh!
Mom.
You still hit like your father. What the? You racist moron.
This ain't fetal alcohol syndrome, then what is it?
No one is getting in the way of me spreading my joy!
Yeah.
Bad Santa 2. Rated R. Thanksgiving.
Enjoy your phone.
You too. All right, be cool. You got the amazing new iPhone 7 on the house by switching to AT&T. What? And you got unlimited data because you have DirecTV? Okay, just a few more steps. It's cool.
Get the iPhone 7 on us and unlimited data when you switch to AT&T and have DirecTV.
Don't miss a new episode of The Great Indoors, CBS Thursday after The Big Bang Theory.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Subway. Try the new Autumn Carb Turkey Sandwich today. And by the redesigned 2017 Kia Forte.
One-score game. Walk me through the mind here of the quarterback, McCown.
We need a little bit of breathing room here, but Josh McCown, Kevin, has been in plenty of these situations throughout his career. You get Sheldon Richardson for a neutral zone infraction. A little antsy.
Neutral zone infraction, 97 defense. 5-yard penalty.
There is no 97. 91.
Yep.
Here. He's trying to time out the snap count. These defensive linemen, they get antsy in this part of the field because they know there's an opportunity for a safety. Safety here essentially wins the game for the Jets.
So you don't think about it as a quarterback the entire field. You just think now about chunks, right? You've got time, you've got timeouts.
Yeah, I think you got to look down here, Kevin, and say to yourself, we tried to throw it deep. Let's try work underneath against Revis.
1st and 5. Johnson in the backfield. McCown. Incomplete. Looked like he might have been going for the tight end, Randall Telfer. He was a second-year tight end out of USC. Incomplete coverage by Malden.
It's not been a very good second half of offensive football for Hugh Jackson and his quarterback. Those 3 and outs, they're demoralizing. The interception on the previous possession. Some miscommunication between Pryor and McCown.
Another lineman has just been brought in.
Yeah,
Sean Coleman, he's going to go wide.
Yeah, I saw this play in practice the other day. Can't tell you what's going to happen.
I know you can. 2nd and 5. They're looking for Barnage. Upended by Pryor. Up to the 12-yard line and a gain of 7 for the Browns.
And I like the idea, Kevin, that they're spreading out the Jets. Force Pryor to come and cover Barnage. Force him to play a little bit more man-to-man, single high coverage. You do that, it makes it more difficult for the Jets to play 2-deep man coverage and help the corners.
Jets have 6 in their secondary.
It's a challenge.
There sure is. With 4:53 to go. Cleveland, by the way, all 3 timeouts. Jets have 1. So Pete Morelli, who has 6 members of this crew.
New York is challenging the previous play of a completed catch.
6 members of this crew have officiated a Super Bowl on Morelli's crew. They've been officiating today in Cleveland. Oh, that's not a catch.
Well, we can't tell if it hits the leg of Calvin Pryor. That may be a catch. Clearly it's coming out, Kevin, but it looks like it may hit the back leg. Can't tell if it hits the leg of Calvin Pryor. It's a good tackle. Ball's coming loose, but I don't know if it ever hits the ground. I think he's got possession of that. Barnage has got great hands. He can make the difficult catch look easy. He's got a knack for finding holes in coverage.
The Jets only have the 1 timeout left. If they lose the challenge, that timeout is gone.
Good look at the ball. You can't tell whether or not it's on the ground. Maybe it is.
I think it is. There's too much going on.
Yeah, but it's got to be conclusive. You got to be able to tell that ball clearly hit the ground. Looked at it a number of different angles.
After reviewing the play, the ball hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. Please set the game clock to 5:19. The ball will be placed back at the 6-yard line.
Good challenge by Todd Bowles.
And they don't lose a timeout.
This is probably the best look at it. It's hard to tell where Pryor's leg was, but clearly the ball's coming out. I just couldn't tell whether or not it bounces back up there. You can't tell whether it hits the ground, but maybe right there it hits the ground as he gets his right leg out of the way.
Both coaches today have won a challenge in this one. The clock at 5:19, 3rd and 5. McCown, drilled by Pryor and picked off on the play of the ricochet. It was intercepted on the play by Molden. Lorenzo Molden. That's the second interception. Second Cleveland turnover. And look where it is. Inside the 10 at the 8.
How about the last 2 plays? Calvin Pryor has made it the safety position. He's the one that comes down here, and he's going to make the initial hit that jars the ball loose. And you look at Lorenzo Molden, he's in a perfect position, a little unexpected good fortune. But look at the hit from Pryor to knock the ball away from Duke Johnson Jr.
It's the first Jet linebacker interception in 49 games. Molden getting the ricochet. It's 1st and goal to go for the Jets.
49 games.
Isn't
it's
it
over
amazing?
3 years.
I know it is. Anderson on the move. Forte. He kind of sidestepped Danny Shelton there, who tripped him up enough. There's a loss of a yard, back to the 9. Timeouts, Jets 1, Cleveland 3.
Well, if you're Ryan Fitzpatrick, the message in the huddle, anyone who's handled the football, we've got to be smart in this situation. Even a field goal in this situation makes it a 2-score game. Just can't afford a mistake in this part of the field. Jets 5 red zone turnovers, the most in football this season. Got to be smart in this part of the field. Be surprised to see him run it again.
2nd down and goal at the 8. Forte, the 2 rushing touchdowns today. Tries to get as close as the 5. He's got 3 on the run into the teeth of that defense. Howard from the secondary along with Xavier Cooper make the stop.
Now Hugh Jackson's having to burn some timeouts, knowing that he's most likely going to fall behind by a couple scores. Couple turnovers. This is a defense, Kevin, that coming into today's game, they needed to be able to create some more negative plays. Just 6 takeaways in their first 7 games. They got a couple last week, which was huge. A couple more today in the second half. A couple big interceptions. That's really, you think about Todd Bowles, a guy that believes in bringing pressure, playing an attacking style of defense. And sometimes the turnovers come in bunches. We're starting to see that from this Jets defense the last 2 weeks.
You've mentioned a couple times, -10 coming in, last in the NFL. 2 takeaways today. Would you run it here, Rich, on 3rd and goal from the 5?
I would.
Powell's back.
I ain't taking any chances. The defense is playing great. Well, Powell.
Enunwa caught up in the wash.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah.
Kevin, you and I were doing a Raiders game a couple weeks ago and saw that very same play.
Yes, we did.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
You know, they had there catching it was a defensive lineman.
Dontari Poe for the touchdown.
365 pounds of Poe.
So it's a safe play, and I like the idea that you get it to Enunwa, who can easily break tackles.
Well, the field goal unit is out there for the Jets on 4th down.
Just nothing more than a perimeter run. Enunwa is going to be a really good player, Kevin, once he gets it all figured out. But he has the size, the strength, the power, and the speed that we've seen the last 2 weeks.
Browns have just taken the timeout. Here is a 24-yard field goal by Nick Folk. They extend their lead. They have scored 24 unanswered points. And with 4:04 to go, the Jets lead by 11. Saturday, it's a CBS college football triple-header. First, Notre Dame takes on Navy. Then Florida takes on Arkansas. In primetime, #1 Alabama at LSU. All next weekend on CBS Sports.
Boy, I really like, excuse me, Ken, I really like how Ryan Fitzpatrick has responded the last couple weeks. Disappointment to get sat down last week, replaced by Geno Smith. He replaces Geno after Geno suffered a career-ending knee injury. Did a nice job in the second half of that one. And after a really rough first half where you and I thought maybe he got knocked out of the game, he has really come on here, 16 of 34, 228 yards. He's made some great decisions at the line of scrimmage, changing from pass to run to pass. He has really played well. He's provided a spark for the Jets here the last week and a half.
How did you sense Bowles and management took to his comments after last week's game?
I don't think they were pleased. No. I'm sure that was a conversation that they had. We talked to Ryan Fitzpatrick last night. He said, look, it wasn't so much about them. It was about me believing in myself. Maybe it didn't come out the right way, but you work in that market, you got to be careful what you say.
Atkinson, he'll take it out. Nice special teams play right there by Josh Martin. He began his career with Kansas City. 16-yard return.
Well, Josh McCown's got to be aggressive here. They've got to really hustle. Time is not on their side. Create some big chunk plays, and the guy that they really don't have a lot of options. Kevin, you look at the receivers. The guy they want to throw the ball to is Pryor. Barnes doesn't have a ton of speed. And I'm sure we're going to see a ton of double coverage. They're not going to let Pryor be a factor here at the end of this one.
With Duke Johnson in the backfield, 1st and 10. Pressure, Molden's got it. Drops by Johnson. And across the way, Darrell Roberts was there to level him. Flag. Nope, no flag. Greco was down and slow to get up.
There's something on the field.
I was just going to say. I think it's a shoot. No, it's
quarterback's
hand warmer. Yeah.
What's the world coming to? It's the official's hand warmer, is it? No, it's orange. Pete Morelli's too tough to wear a hand warmer, no. Kevin. That's silly.
But he just got a souvenir. 2nd down and 10. Barnage has it. Grabbed quickly by Williams. Hold down, 27-yard line, close to the first down. No, he got the first down. Being a 10.
Got to get him in quick, and Josh McCown's got to get him called quickly at the line of scrimmage. Everybody has to hustle back.
First and 10. Count it as he throws. He had Steve McClendon coming right up the middle with the pressure. 2nd and 10. Sheldon Richardson was joining him.
Throwing the ball away on 1st and 10, not a bad thing. You just can't take a sack in that situation. Any big completion here, I think you're better off running down the field and clocking it. You waste way too much time trying to line up and get a play called in this situation.
2nd down, 10.
Well, that's an unusual call.
Gets out of bounds. Duke Johnson does. Clock will continue to roll, though. No gain on the play. And 1 timeout left for each team.
And look at how much time they're wasting here. A bunch of linemen standing around. You just don't see the urgency. This is from a winless team.
3rd and 10.
8th time today, Kevin, the Browns have faced a 3rd and 10 or longer. Not the situation you want to be in against a Jets defense that likes to bring pressure.
John wanted to go deep. He goes underneath instead. Duke Johnson. He makes Stanford miss. And then Revis will bring him down with a catch and run to the 43. Picks up 17. That is a Cleveland first down. Clock is rolling. 1 timeout apiece. First and 10. Crowell has come in the backfield. 5 defensive backs for the Jets. Moves up niftily into the hands of Andrew Hawkins. In the vicinity covering was Julian Stanford. Second down and 10.
It just looked like a completely different offense here in the second half. You look at those numbers. Pryor had a huge first half against Revis, shut down in the second half. Kevin, you mentioned the injury. In fact, he hasn't been practicing a little bit. He's been taking himself out of the game quite a bit. I don't know if it's a conditioning thing or if it's just the fatigue, but he needs to be out there in a critical situation. I can't imagine in my career Jerry Rice or Tim Brown coming out of the game late. I would have had a fit.
Second down and 10. They were going for Ricardo Lewis with the coverage by Revis. And he makes the grab near midfield, pickup of 7. We have reached the 2-minute warning in Cleveland.
Best part of the turkey is the giblets.
Cook the turkey upside down and it will baste itself.
I like my turkey carved thick.
Everyone's got an opinion when it comes to turkey, even Subway. Our new thick-cut autumn carved turkey sandwich has all white meat with no artificial preservatives or flavors, and is topped with sliced cheddar and sweet cranberry mustard sauce on freshly baked wheat bread. Only at Subway.
Now this is how turkey should taste. Right, Bethany?
Studies show the average attention span is 8 seconds.
And only your love could fill in my cup, 'cause I'm hollow. Yeah, I'm hollow. Oh, 'cause I'm hollow.
Good thing the redesigned Kia Forte comes with available autonomous emergency braking. It can help you stop even if your mind starts wandering.
Can tile fake you out? Well, that wood is actually tile. So's the brick and the marble. This is the next generation of tile. Get Traffic Master 18 by 18 Portland stone ceramic tile, just 78 cents a square foot. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Whether you're wearing layers, beads, stripes, or cheese. If you bleed blue, black and yellow, purple, or various shades of red, this is your beer.
What does marijuana have to do with this coming election? A lot. It's on the ballot in many states to make it legal for recreational use. What do voters need to know tonight?
In the culture war between millennials and Gen X, one castaway wants payback.
This is a game of revenge. I will destroy you.
New episode, CBS Wednesday.
Subway postgame show is on deck from New York with James Brown and others. Tony, Bart, Boomer, and Coach Cowher. Scores, highlights, and news. Subway postgame show coming up next. I know Fireman Ed will be curious to see how this one ends. Making the trip to Cleveland. Watching his Jets come from a 20-7 halftime deficit to lead it 31-20. 24 unanswered. 3rd and 3. 1 timeout apiece. Duke Johnson. Missed tackle by Revis. He slips out of the grasp of another one, Simon. He picks up 6 on the play. He gets the first down to the 44 of the Jets.
Well, they're taking too much time. They're making substitutions. Players are having a difficult time getting lined up. They should be interchangeable. The other inside receivers just jump outside.
1st and 10. Down the middle, Duke Johnson. And hit on the play by Calvin Pryor. 26-yard catch and run to the 18-yard line of the Jets, and another first down. McCown's got 324. 340 is the record by Brian Sight. They're chasing him there with Richardson and Stanford, and incomplete as they were going for Barnage. And the coverage by Pryor.
Well, you think about it on the sidelines. You're always talking about situational football. You need 2 scores, Kevin. You can kick the field goal here, try the onside kick, and then roll the dice. I think the prudent thing to do here is to try and score the touchdown. You may not get down here again.
How about that play sheet, that script?
He's got a lot of plays on there. He's got a lot more on there this week, I can promise you, because of the fact that he's got Josh McCown back in there under center.
One timeout apiece. Second down and 10.
They got to start throwing the ball in the end zone, taking some shots.
Now,
got to get
for a block from Bilal. Look at him breaking tackles inside the 5. Finally hit by Harris, who trips him up inside the 5. Catch and run a 16. Put him at the 2. First and goal. But you got to show some urgency.
Look at they can't even get lined up. Just throw the ball to the end zone. A little fade route. Give somebody a chance. Oh, they're wasting precious seconds.
First and goal. Crowell. Stop.
Right,
yeah.
Jeez.
They'll take a timeout, I'm assuming. But they blew like 4 seconds.
They should have used a timeout earlier. Kevin, there's other ways to stop the clock. You can throw the ball away. You can run out of bounds.
And that, as a quarterback, is the first thing on your mind.
Well, this shouldn't happen with a veteran quarterback and a veteran play caller. They did not do a good enough job managing the clock here at the end of the game.
And just to update something I said moments ago, the Cleveland passing record for a game was thrown by Brian Sipe in 1980 for 340 yards, and that's exactly where McCown is right now, 340 yards. Second down and goal. And for Barnage.
He got 1 foot in.
Yep, he did. He was covered there by Rontez Miles. Third and goal at the 1.
This is where Barnage was so effective last year. He had 9 catches in this part of the field. 8 went for touchdowns.
I think we got some bad information on the Sipe thing, didn't we? Because it didn't last.
You and I did a game last year where Josh McCown, I think, threw for 4.
He did.
Over 400.
He did.
On the road against the Ravens.
Third and goal at the 1. 14th play of the drive. And caught by Hawkins for his second touchdown of the day. Beat Marcus Williams again. Williams taking the place of the inactive Buster Screen, who's got a knee injury.
Quick throw here to the flat. Now they've got to go for 2. Kick an onside kick. And then I just don't think you have enough time, Kevin. 12 seconds. You think to yourself, if they had 30 or 40 seconds, maybe they'd get a chance.
They are 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions this season.
Well, here's Pryor. This is where I'm thinking, if I'm Josh McCown, if you got the one-on-one matchup, give him a chance to go up and make a play.
Good call, Rich. They got him, and they beat Terrelle Roberts. So they get the 2 points. A field goal separates them, and 12 seconds to go. And Cleveland out of timeouts.
The corners inside. Look how strong Pryor is. He takes that right arm right across the shoulder and the face of Terrelle Roberts to create separation and squeeze it with one hand.
Now, I'm assuming an onside kick.
No question about it. And get a good look at Parkey. These kickers, Kevin, they work on this in practice. Different situations. They're going to roll it. They're going to bounce it a couple times.
Well, Parkey has pulled off a successful onside kick this year already.
Yep, and then, of course, on the other side, you've got your hands team over there for the Jets. You got Quincy Enunwa. You've got Brandon Marshall, receivers, tight ends, backs, linebackers, guys that have good hands that can make these plays. Usually these guys block up front.
Marshall.
Too easy
got
for
it.
Marshall.
Down he goes, and that'll do it. And the Jets are going to win their second consecutive game and go to 3-5.
Good job by the front line of defense. They get out of the way. They do what they're supposed to do. They block, and they allow Brandon Marshall to make the play. You called a game, Kevin, where the Packers and Seattle Seahawks where a player in that very same situation panicked, a tight end, and decided to field it rather than, I think it was
they cut him.
They cut him, but it was instead of
and he was
Jordy,
a former
Jordy
basketball.
Nelson was sitting back there ready to make the catch.
So they get the win today, the Jets do, after trailing 20-7 at halftime. Go on to score 24 unanswered points and come up with their second consecutive win. And for Hugh Jackson, they remain winless. They have lost the Browns today. They're going to 0-8. The Browns have lost 18 of 19, 26 of their last 29. And the journey continues. The Jets have got new hope with their second consecutive win. Coming up next, the Subway postgame show. For Rich Gannon, Kevin Harlan, so long from Cleveland. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.
Is he gone? Finally! I thought he'd never leave.
Why are you texting my man at 2 a.m.?
If you want someone to leave you alone, you pretend like you're sleeping. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Taking selfies in the kitchen does not make you a model. Okay.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Play of the Day.
Up in Orchard Park, keeping his focus, Patriots quarterback Tom Brady looks past Bills defensive back Nikel Roby-Coleman, eyes his favorite target. That would be tight end Rob Gronkowski. Over the middle, Gronk escapes the pursuit, races to the end zone, and he celebrates the 53-yard score.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I can get over 60 sheets of drywall into my Mercedes-Benz Metris.
To get 60 sheets of drywall into my small van, I invented the Fold-O-Matic 5000.
The new Mercedes-Benz Metris Worker. Hauls more, stows more. And at $25,995, saves more. Add a low overall cost of ownership and the Metris Worker can handle any business. Starting at $25,995. Mercedes-Benz. Vans born to run.
A new NCIS New Orleans, CBS Tuesday.
Electrical charges live at the heart of every hybrid. Only a few truly move us. Electrifying the road forward for over a decade. With over 1 million on the road, Lexus hybrids are always charged and always ready.
Hey, I'm Ty Pennington, and I've got a simple question for you. Are you paying too much for your mortgage? Well, you won't know for sure until you check with Guaranteed Rate. Lowering your mortgage payment could save you thousands of dollars. Just take a few minutes right now to see how much you could save. Or just call us, and one of our home loan experts will help you find a low, low rate. Get your low, low rate from Guaranteed Rate today. Call 1-888-702-0400 or visit rate.com.
And we'd like to welcome those of you who are watching the New York Jets-Cleveland Browns contest. The Jets had trailed by as many as 13, scored 24 unanswered, and then held on to defeat the Cleveland Browns 31-28. As we welcome you to the Subway postgame show here in New York. I'm James Brown along with Tony, Coach, Bart, and Boomer, and we'll get you caught up on all the action. Jets held on.
Really tell of two halves here. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick really did not do anything in the first half, took that wicked shot to the head. A lot of us, including yours truly, was wondering whether or not he was knocked for a loop and shouldn't have come back and played in the second half, but he did. Key for the Jets, no turnovers, 171 yards on the ground. Now, this is what has happened to Cleveland all throughout the year, and Coach, you know this, in inclement weather, you got to be able to run the football.
Yeah, they were able to do that, Boom. And, you know, you look at Quincy Enunwa, he kept coming up with big plays after big plays. Brandon Marshall, again, showing up there. But you're right. I think it's about the running game and having some balance in that offense and not turning the football over.
Right, in the second half, they took the ball out of Fitzpatrick's hand. They ran the offense through Matt Forte, and that's when they got in the rhythm. That's when the play action down the field was able to be effective.
Yeah, and I thought the defense played okay, too. But on the flip side, Cleveland Browns still haven't won a game, but I like their effort. They're coming, keep coming around. If they can continue this effort, they're going to get a victory sooner or later.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if that, in fact, materializes. And for those of you who've been watching the New England Patriots-Buffalo Bills game, Patriots make amends for that early season loss to the Bills. They win it 41-25. Tom Brady, again, exceptional in that as we welcome you in to the Subway postgame show here in New York, Studio 43. JB along with Tony, Coach, Bart, and Boomer. And what do you say about Brady? What else can you say?
It's methodical. It's easy. It's ridiculous how well he's playing right now. And it just goes to show that, every game they're going to go out there, they're going to score 27 to 30 points. It doesn't matter. The other quarterback's got to match him. Tyrod Taylor's not going to be able to do that. The only team I think right now that could do that, maybe toe-to-toe with them, would be Pittsburgh if they have a healthy Ben Roethlisberger, and maybe, just maybe, Denver's defense could be a handful for them when they see them later on in the season. But right now, Tom Brady may be playing some of the best football he's ever played.
And he took some hits today. He was sacked, I think, 5 times, got hit a number of times. But we talked about this before up here. Seems like when you hit him, it just motivates him, So, I mean, the guy is playing at a very high level, playing very well. And without a question, he's kind of like the guy that they all kind of feed off of. He's got that kind of mentality. And, and they're doing what they need to do on defense.
Yeah, well, I look at him, he's got those 2 tight ends. He's got Amendola. He's got Hogan. He's got Edelman. He's got all these weapons around him. I always compare that. I've said this before in my analogy to, like, the old kung fu movies. Remember the guys with the long beards? Those are usually the toughest guys out there, the guys that have been around the old wise man, and that's what he is right now. He is in complete command of this offense.
And JB, instant update right here between Tampa and Oakland. They are in overtime, and the reason they're in overtime is because Janikowski missed a 50-yard field goal. Now the Raiders got the ball first in overtime. He now misses a 52-yard field goal. Tampa now has the ball. If they obviously kick a field goal, they'll go on to win 24-24. Tampa is driving right now.
I mean, it's amazing the amount of field goals and kickers situations we've had. And this just goes back to last Sunday night. And we go back to the Arizona-Seattle game. We sat there and watched a defensive masterpiece, I thought, personally, but 2 kickers missed 2 very makeable field goals. It's amazing what's going on around the league.
It's kickers.
Look at the game in London right now. They wonder why they can't hang with the cool kids. Because when we depend on you guys, you don't come through. Get to the back of the bus.
It's kickers. The mentality has changed. It's changed. It's not the same as it used to be.
All right, and we'd like to welcome those of you who are watching the Kansas City-Indianapolis game. KC comes away with the win 30-14, improves to 5-2. We'd like to welcome you to Studio 43 and the Subway postgame show. Full house here with Boomer Esiason, Bart Scott, Coach Cowher, and the former Kansas City game. Now, this audience didn't see you not speaking lovingly about kickers, so what about the Kansas City game then?
Well, the Kansas City game, I think when you saw Alex Smith went down early with that big hit, but he came back and played pretty well and then went down again. Nick Foles, you got to give a lot of credit to him to come in under those circumstances, played a great football game, completed the passes to a lot of receivers, used his tight end, Travis Kelce, which I was talking about, that you need to get him involved in the game, and they were able to go out there and get a good victory.
And the best thing about this whole thing with Nick Foles, he played with Andy Reid, obviously, in Philadelphia, took the wrong turn to St. Louis, now comes back. They lose Chase Daniel to Philadelphia in the offseason because Doug Peterson wanted him, and Nick Foles shows why it's so important to have a quality backup in short bursts of time.
We have Bart's mic working. We'll get him as the Subway postgame show continues.
NCIS LA takes on a case that becomes the fight.
This girl's in danger. We gotta find her fast.
Against all odds.
The girl is in one of these containers.
We're out of time.
New NCIS Los Angeles. Then, in an election year, the Secretary of State has to have all the right moves.
It's just a little pregame interview about football and diplomacy.
James Brown guest stars.
Go Browns!
New Madam Secretary after NCIS Los Angeles, CBS tonight. NCIS LA takes on a case that becomes the fight.
This girl's in danger. We gotta find her fast.
Against all odds.
The girl is in one of these containers.
We're out of time.
New NCIS Los Angeles. Then, in an election year, the Secretary of State has to have all the right moves.
It's just a little pregame interview about football and diplomacy.
James Brown guest stars.
Go Browns!
New Madam Secretary after NCIS Los Angeles, CBS tonight.
The Subway postgame show. Served fresh by Subway restaurants.
And welcome back to Studio 43, the Subway postgame show. Fellas, as we bring folks up to speed, amazing that you would have a kicker known for his long kicking ability like Sebastian Janikowski.
Right, so if people haven't seen this, he basically misses a field goal, 50-yard field goal attempt wide left to win the game in regulation. The Raiders get the ball to start overtime. They go down the field. He misses a 52-yard field goal attempt. Tampa gets the ball. They go down. They turn the ball over to the Raiders. The Raiders now have the ball driving back. So this game is back and forth. And I pray that we don't have our third tie in this NFL season.
Remember, it's there because Tampa missed an extra point.
Yes, exactly.
Listen,
it's crazy.
And what do you do? We're making fun of kickers, but come on, man. At some point, we got to hold them accountable. Tampa Bay's kicker is a second-round draft pick, so they're stuck with him. They can't get rid of him. And Janikowski, how about going for a game winner? You're not even on the sideline warming up, and you wonder why you can't hang with us.
You know the other bad thing about today's games, just watching them, Buffalo, a lot of penalties, bad penalties. The Raiders set a team record for penalties. I would have never thought I'd ever say this. The Raiders of the 70s, man, they were like 10 penalties waiting to happen every time they step on the field. So, you know, the amount of penalty flags in some of these games, although the games are extremely competitive, the penalties are driving, you know, I think the viewers crazy. I know they're driving me crazy just sitting here watching.
Well, you better expect that you're playing against the Raiders. It's just going to happen. I mean, there's going to be penalties.
That's the culture.
For me, it's the details, right? Because a lot of times now we don't have the pads on, so guys aren't going against each other full speed. So now you're going against somebody that's a good player. You don't know where he's going, and your technique is what fails you, and you start reaching out and grabbing because you don't want to get your quarterback killed.
As players, how does that make you feel when the fact, you know, you got a good field goal kicker, but he doesn't do it? In the case of Oakland, what do?
Well, you know what? First of all, I mean, they're 50-yard field goals. I mean, those aren't a walk in the park. You'd say if you can make those half of the time, you're doing pretty good. Obviously, he missed 2 of them. But Janikowski's he has broke my heart plenty of times, especially when I was out there in Kansas City hitting game-winning field goals. And so I think he's going to get another chance. If he gets one more chance, he'll make it.
He don't deserve another chance, Tone. You were expected to perform at a high level. He should, too.
You really run the line on that one. He'll make it the next time.
Watch.
Well, for those of you who were watching the Oakland-Tampa Bay game, which is in overtime, 8 minutes and 12 seconds left in overtime there. Again, due to NFL contractual obligations, we cannot take you back to that game, but we will keep you abreast of what's going on here. And a reminder, still to come, rekindle the best shots, magical moments, and fantastic finishes. Plus, meet all 4 first-time major winners and much more when Geico presents golf's best of 20 to 16. All right, Coach, let's get to the highlights.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the New England Patriots, I'll tell you, it was about Tom Brady. I know he had 5 sacks, but I'll tell you what, he was spot on. Here he connects with Chris Hogan, former Buffalo Bill, 53 yards out. He had 4 touchdown passes on the day, and this one was to Rob Gronkowski, another 53-yard pass. That was Rob Gronkowski's 69th career touchdown pass, and that is a Patriots record. They win the game 41-25.
And after the game, it was our Evan Washburn who caught up with the big fella, tight end Rob Gronkowski.
Well, Rob, season-high 41 points. You've been a part of a lot of offenses here in New England. What do you think separates this group and the tear you guys have been on since Tom's been back?
We just take one week at a time, and we're just trying to work together as an offense. Just everyone have the chemistry, everyone to come together and help each other out to drive the ball down the field. It's not like one person's just trying to make a big play. Everyone's trying to help each other out so we can come together as a team and make points.
All right, time now to take a look at our player of the game presented by Auto Trader, and it is Patriots quarterback, no surprise, Tom Brady.
I'll tell you guys, take a look at this. 22 of 33, 315 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did get sacked 5 times, as Coach Crowell was pointing out. But you're talking about a quarterback that is unbelievable under duress, and just time after time, week after week, this is what we see.
4 games, the guy's got 12 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Tony, what'd you predict?
I said he would go for 40 touchdowns.
40 touchdowns, and
missing the first 4 games.
That's right now he's averaging 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns a game, right?
Yeah, so he's on his way to getting it done. He's need a couple games where he's going to have 4 or 5, which obviously he can go out there and get that done.
I know this is probably a little premature right now because we're only halfway through the season, and he's only played half of the games that we played thus far. But is he now all of a sudden in the conversation for MVP after these first 4 performances?
There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. I mean, this guy's coming in and he's elevated the game. And we said it before. It'll be interesting to see when he comes back with all the weapons he has around him. Martellus Bennett to pick up in the offseason. I think Dion Lewis is going to start coming back too. There's another guy that